Hello, everybody. Lynn Furman here, your weight loss and empowerment coach. Today, I'm coming to you to talk about you start and then what. All right. So, weight loss, like you know, is a journey. Your life is a journey, right? So, when you start a weight loss journey, whether you're currently trying to lose weight or you're just thinking, I want to lose weight, I want to get healthier, and you're starting to make the changes that you need, right? Because like I always say, in order for you to see change, you need to be able to change things. Because if you keep everything the same, nothing is going to change. So when you start, okay, and you start eating more vegetables, you start eating more fruits, you start eating more protein, you start cutting out the sodas, you start cutting out the sweets all the time. Okay. And you're starting to eat more in a moderation. You're starting to fuel your body with the foods that it needs and craves, whether you know it yet or not. Okay. You start doing that. And the first couple days, maybe you have a headache. Maybe you feel really blah, like that you're more tired than normal. Maybe you're going to the bathroom more. Mhm. Yes, I said it. Maybe you feel bloated and like your clothes aren't fitting quite as well as you would think because you're starting to eat healthier. So you're thinking, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm I'm gonna eat this way for a day. I'm gonna eat this way for 2 days, and boom. That's not how it works, you guys. Change takes a little bit of time. And when you start questioning it after a day, 2 days, 3 days, when you start questioning the changes that you've made and are like, oh, I can't do this, then you stop. But here's the thing, you're not giving yourself enough time. Okay. Whenever you make any kind of change in what you're eating and how you're fueling your body, it is not going to be an overnight, oh, I feel great. Okay. When you think about it, okay, here's if you've had corn, okay, if you've had corn, whether it's on the cob, whether it's steamed, whatever, if you've had corn, think about it. When do those kernels start showing up in your poop? A day later, maybe 2 days later. Um, Here's a funny story for you. So for my son's, I want to say second or third birthday, it was a superhero theme. And he was really into the Incredible Hulk at the time. Still is. But I made a big sheet of Rice Krispies and I dyed the Rice Krispies green and decorated it with like black icing and made it basically a Hulk face. Okay. So there was green food coloring. Yes, I know it was not the healthiest thing, but like I always say, you have to still live. So green food coloring, black food coloring in the icing. And let me tell you, like we didn't eat all of those necessarily that day at the party. So I had some, the next day, 2 days later. For the next week, like a whole week, like probably 3 days after I started eating it, I like saw my poop and I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me? It's green. And then like another day it was like more black and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, oh my God, what could be wrong with me? And then I'm like, oh my goodness, it was the Rice Krispies. Your poop actually tells you a lot, you guys. Okay. So think about it. You're not going to be able to feel completely better right away from changing the things that you're eating and fueling the body the way it needs because you still have all that gunk in there. Okay. From experience getting a colonoscopy, you take so much laxative to start pooping out everything in your intestines. Think about it. Okay, now, yes, it's over a span of a couple hours. And if you've had a colonoscopy before, I know you understand this. Over that short period of time in that afternoon, the day before you go in to be scoped, you poop your brains out, right? All of that is in your body. So all of that, there's days of food in there. So, starting to change the way you fuel your body little by little, it's going to take time. Experts have always said it takes about 3 weeks to really start to change those habits, to really start to feel better. I personally, and the clients that I have worked with, 21 days, yes, to really start changing habits, get into the routine of things. But typically within a week of changing and really sticking to it and making sure, and that includes really making sure that you're hydrating yourself, all that jazz. About a week is where we really start feeling little changes. Not necessarily drastic changes, but little changes. Okay. So when you start, it is so easy to stop again within that first week because you're not feeling the effects of it. It's so easy. And so, how do we combat that? Is really it goes back to why and always keeping that at the front. So, why you're wanting to get healthier, why you're wanting to drop the pounds. And two, looking forward to in 2 weeks how you're going to feel. Or maybe it's a month, how you're going to feel, how you're going to look, how your clothes are going to fit, how your self confidence is going to go up. Okay. So you have to look towards the future instead of the now. Your body is going to fight what it is used to, like to get back to what it has been used to. Okay, because your body becomes accustomed to that. It's kind of like going into a rehab, and the first like 7 to 10 days, most people are in a detox facility because it takes that long for your body to start acclimating to get used to the new way that you're treating it. Okay, so stop giving up on days 3, 4, 5 because you're not feeling 100% like you thought you might, but really keep going. Keep forging along because that is where the change will really start to happen. That is where you really will start to drop the pounds. Okay. And sometimes we can't do that alone. You need the support. You need a support system in place, maybe friends, family, a coach to get you there. But I'm challenging you right now. Don't give up. Don't be like, oh my God, I started eating this way. And I don't know why Lynn keeps saying this. Like, I don't feel any way. Like, I don't feel differently. I'm pooping more. I'm more tired. Like, I feel fatigued. This hurts. That hurts. It's hard. Yeah. But if you keep pushing through it, it gets easier. You start feeling better, and the change starts to happen. And that's priceless, you guys. Being healthy is priceless. All right? So, keep forging along. I'm challenging you to keep doing that. and start and keep going. Don't give up. I'll see you guys later.